Equivalent fractions using number chips. This is a digital lesson, and this one is Easter themed. So the lesson starts with just showing students how to simplify fractions. So to simplify fractions, we want the smallest numbers possible, but an equivalent fraction by finding a common factor that they can divide from both the numerator and the denominator. So students are going to start on slide 3, simplifying these fractions. They have all the numbers they need at the bottom of the screen. They can move these by just clicking and holding on the edge. Move them into place. Now every slide has every number the students need. So if they get to the end of a slide and the numbers aren't working, they know they've made an error somewhere and they need to go back and check. So here, if we divide the numerator and denominator by 2, we get 1/9. Here, if we divide the numerator and denominator by 6, we get 4/7. And so on, and they're going to use every single number. Same thing on the next couple of slides, just simplifying the fractions. Now when they get to slide 6, they're shown how to change a fraction that's greater than 1 to a mixed number. So the numerator is going to be larger than the denominator. It makes it a fraction greater than 1. And if we want to change it to a mixed number, it makes it easier to actually envision what this fraction is if we have a mixed number. So here we're going to divide. So 8 goes into 12 one time, so we'll have a whole number of 1. And then there's 4 left over, 4/8 left over. They need to simplify that 4/8, and they get 1/2. So on slide 7, they're going to be moving these numbers. They're going to be changing them to a mixed number. Here 3 goes into 25 8 times. So the 8 will be the whole number. 3 times 8 is 24, so there's 1/3 left over. Here 5 goes into 18 3 times. So our whole number is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. That means there's 3/5 left over, and so on. And again, they're going to use every single number. Now the next slide shows students how to change a mixed number back to a single fraction. And sometimes we want to do that because it makes it easier to do mathematic computation if we have an improper, well, they used to call it an improper fraction. It's a fraction that's greater than 1. So here we have 6.5. We're going to take our denominator, multiply by our whole number, add the numerator. 6 times 2 plus 1, and then our denominator stays the same. So we have 13/2. And students are going to be doing that on the next slide. So here 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5 is 17. And we get 17, and then that denominator stays the same, 17/6. And then they've got 3 more to do. On the final slide, they've got some letter chips. So they're going to, once they've finished all the previous slides, they can have a little fun with this Easter riddle. What kind of beans grow in the garden at Easter? And they have to use all of those letters. And then that's it. So this is a digital lesson, equivalent fractions using number chips.